Happy Sentinels Tuesday, everybody! Oh yeah, and happy Halloween! Our hero today is Frosta from She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, created by Archie VII and Doom Slug. She is everybody's favorite spoiled brat ice princess, and her Halloween fight this evening is going to be the Comp Saint-Jean, alongside Pyre Expedition Oblask, Armored Guys, and Dr. Metropolis Urban Blight, and they'll be fighting in Elginwood Village, so you got vampires, you got werewolves, it's perfect for Halloween. That's about all I have to say, so let's look at how to set the villain. We put all the coffins under him, remove one, flip it over, put it into play. We got the Bat, Herald of the Midnight Moon. We search the deck for one Thrall and two Vampires, put them into play. Current active form counts as the Compt. Whenever damage will be dealt to or originate from the Compt, use the form instead. Whenever a form is defeated, flip it coffin side up, put it into play in the villain play area, then flip this card. Whenever an escape card is destroyed during the villain turn, destroy all cards that match that form. And the Comp deals each hero target X irreducible infernal damage, or X is the number of cards destroyed this way, including the escape, then flip this card. At the end of the villain turn, each vampire regains 2 HP. The Bat says this card counts as a vampire. Enable all Bat abilities. Whenever a hero would deal damage to this card, they may discard a card from their hand. If they do not, reduce the damage to 0. And at the villain turn, the hero with the most cards in their hand may discard 2 cards. If they do not, Herald of the Midnight Moon deals each hero target 1 sonic damage. Then each non-character hero target who is targeted this way deals itself 1 fixed psychic damage. Now, do any of these guys have ongoing effects? Aubrey Malefice. Oh, whenever one shot is played from the villain deck, this card deals X plus 2 infernal damage to the hero with the most HP, where X is the number of coffins in the villain play area, so right now it's just 2. Sire of St. Jean. When this card is destroyed by a hero, put the top card of that hero's deck into the trash. If it was not an ongoing, restore this card to full health. Oh right, she's hard to kill. Reduce all radiant damage by 1, increase all infernal damage by 1. Okay, here we go. Swoop. Oh, it's the Bat Escape. Shoot. Reduce the first damage dealt to each vampire each turn by 1. Well, heck. Start of the villain turn, flip the Herald of the Midnight Moon, put it beneath this villain, then destroy this card. So that will get him an escape right off the bat. We are probably just going to let him do that, unless they have some ongoing destruction. End of turn, everybody just take 1. We don't have any extra targets to take damage. Each vampire gains 2 HP, but they haven't taken any damage yet. This card deals the hero with the fewest cards in play X melee damage, or X the current HP of this card, so that will just go to Frosta. And the Bishop of Vaillant. Each vampire deals a non-villain, non-vampire target with the most HP 1 infernal damage, so that is 3 hits, basically 1 to everybody else. Let's do Half-Life. So I'm actually going to grab a Fractured Control Rod, I think. Put that in my hand, tap it, and I can play Equipment card, Fractured Control Rod. This card is tapped when I play it, so Pyre deals a target 3 toxic damage. Let's go ahead and try and kill the Sire. The card was not an ongoing, so she is restored to full health. Darn. And then his power gives us 3 tapped cards among everybody's hand. When somebody discards a tapped card, they can destroy this card to play the discarded card. Draw a card. Guys is gonna, I can do that too, and copy Dr. Metropolis's power. That will let him play a card. Extreme? Let's use bulk up to draw 3, discard 3, and deal 3 damage and destroy a hero ongoing or equipment card. Let's hit the Sire. Aha, got her. Oh yeah, because Extreme goes through the -1. And then we'll destroy Extreme and draw a card. Animated Asphalt. And then we'll go ahead and use his power. Play Lamplight Lasso, why not? Draw a card. Animated Asphalt deals each villain target 1 melee damage. That basically just hits Aubrey, but they are both hittable now. Lamplight Lasso actually does nothing except stop itself from hurting itself. So there we go. Okay, Frosta is going to start with an Icicle Spearhead, which is a shard. When this card is played, Frosta may deal a target 3 melee damage. Let's go ahead and hit Aubrey. He kind of sucks. When this card is destroyed, you may play a card. Her power is Condense. Put the bottom card of your deck into play face down as a shard target with 2 HP. We've got 2 very fungible minion masters on this team. Draw a card. Let's remind ourselves how Elginwood Village works. When a trigger enters play, we get an Afflicted, and then we flip this card, and when flipped to this side, we shuffle the trash into the deck. So we start with Old Forest Road. When this card is played, each target gains a hit point. Cool. We'll take a couple of those. Start the environment turn, reveal the top H cards of the environment deck. Put any targets and triggers into play, discard the other revealed cards, and destroy this card. Alright, start of the villain turn. It looks like he is going to escape. Oh, I see. It goes back over here so we can get it again. That's unfortunate. So we destroy that card. Destroy all cards that match that form. There aren't any anymore. Comp deals everybody 2 irreducible infernal damage. So let's take out the Spearhead first. I can play a card. I will play another Icicle Spearhead. She'll hit Aubrey for 3. And then we destroy that, and I can play another card. I'll play Skewer, destroying a number of shards. How about 1? Frost deals a target X plus 2 cold damage, where X is the number of shards destroyed this 2, so that's 5 to the Bishop of Vaillant. That's pretty cool. Everybody else take 2. Then we flip that card. Search the villain deck and trash if necessary till you find a thrall, put it into play, then throw less than 2 coffins in play, remove one of the coffin cards beneath this card, flip it over, put it into play, and flip this card. So, well, we're going to end up with the bat again, which is fine because its rule card was sitting on top. Our first thrall, Pierre Lapin. Oh, that's right, these are the ones that care if you use an incapacitated ability. And he flips back over. Then he plays a card. Jacques de Corbeau, another vampire. Alright, everybody take 1 sonic damage, and then each non-character target targeted this way, quote-unquote, hits itself for 1, which is just the animated asphalt, because the lamplight lasso lassoed itself. Each vampire deals non-villain, non-vampire target with the most HP 2 infernal damage. That is, again, 3 of them hitting Pyre, Frosta, and Guys. Pierre Lapin deals the hero the most cards in their trash, 3 melee damage. That is Guys. And whenever hero regains HP, each vampire also regains that many HP. End of the villain turn, this card deals the hero the most ongoings in play, X plus 1 psychic damage, where X is the number of ongoings that hero has in play. That is nobody, so Dr. Metropolis will take 1. Could be worse. Pyre will Gamma Burst. Take and tap 2 cards in Guys' hand. Deals that hero and each non-hero target X energy damage, where X is the number of cards tapped this way. So, discard a card or reduce the damage to 0. We'll discard a card. And then let's tap some cards, I guess. Draw a card. Really hope he doesn't blow up, because that's going to suck. Alright, my Guy's Gambit did not work. Retcon the signpost and draw a card off of that. And I guess I'm going to skip his power, because I can't use it. Draw a card. Lively Infrastructure. 3 cards. Lively Infrastructure. This may take a while. Lively Infrastructure. Okay, let's do Man About Town. Power, turn his thing on, play a Predatory Intersection, draw a card. Alright, end of turn, Animated Asphalt. Drops Aubrey and the Bishop of Vion. It hits the bat for free, because it's not a hero. That's cool. And then it takes itself out, which means that Dr. Metropolis can also hit the bat for 2. Lamplight Lasso will lasso Pierre and Lapin and hit itself. And then the Predatory Intersection will hit the bat for 3 and hit itself for 1. Cool. Frosta will play Melee Augment. It's a structure card. Power, Frosta deals a target 4 melee damage, destroy a shard or this card. I will hit the bat. I will discard this other card. We will destroy the Fraction Control Rod so I can play it instead. Frozen Cage, another structure. Play this card next to a target. Frosta deals that target 3 cold damage. Redirect damage dealt by the target next to this card to a shard. Start of your turn, you may destroy this card. So I can't play that on the bat. It won't do any damage. It will hit Jacques de Corbeau. And she hits the bat for 4. Destroy that card. Draw a card. Eldrinwood Village plays Lil Marie. She's a small afflicted. Reduced energy, projectile, and toxic damage by 1. End of the environment turn. This card deals itself for the hero with the lowest HP 1 psychic damage. This card is reduced to 0 or fewer HP. Each non-villain target deals itself 2 irreducible psychic damage. Hey, we can do something about that. We have a Dr. Metropolis on our side. Who is the lowest? That's Guys. Yeah, no, hit yourself, little girl. We don't care. We don't give a fuck. Alright, the Comte plays Raise Dead. Put the top 2 targets in the villain trash into play. I hate this card so much. So the Bishop and Aubrey both come back. We do not get an extra card play. Alright, everybody take 1 sonic damage. Or somebody could discard 2 cards. Dr. Metropolis can discard 2 cards. That's fine. Pierre Lapin cannot deal damage. Jacques de Corbeau hits the hero with the most ongoings in play, which is Dr. Metropolis, so he takes 2 because there's no shards, unfortunately. Each vampire deals non-villain, non-vampire target with the most HP, 2 infernal damage, 1, 2, 3 of those happening. Pyre, Frosta, and Dr. Metropolis. Cellular Irradiation, and let's Dr. Metropolis use a power to draw 2 cards. And let's tap a bunch of those. I'm really playing with fire here. Guys the Barbarian. We will make that indestructible. Draw a card. It's time for Controlled Demolition. Hooray! Ooh, projectile is reduced. I'm going to go ahead and use Controlled Demolition to destroy Little Marie. He will hit himself for 2, so we ignore her destruction effect. Or actually, no, I'm sorry, he doesn't have to do that, because that's when she's reduced to 0 or fewer HP, and she was flat destroyed. Draw a card. The Lamplight Lasso will keep Pierre Lapin tangled up. It takes itself out. The Intersection will hit the bat for 3, and itself for 1. Okay, Frosta has 1 card in hand, Shard Storm. She deals each villain target and each shard target 2 projectile damage. Damage dealt to the Comte is unfortunately reduced to 0. She takes out Jacques de Corbeau. That's about it. I'm going to leave Frozen Cage in play, mostly because I forgot that I could destroy it, but also because I might want it later. We will use her power to make a shard and draw a card. Right, Eldrinwood Village plays John Hadaway, a common afflicted. End of the environment turn, 1 hero target regains a hit point. That will be Guys. Thank you, Mr. Farmer. You're a very nice man. Card is reduced to 0 or fewer HP. The players collectively discard each card. Don't like that. But again, we can ignore it. Alright, start of the villain turn, nothing happens. He plays Grasping Tentacles, missed, shoot. Discard 2 cards or everybody take a damage. Making Dr. Metropolis discard cards is actually not too bad. They do nothing, 2 damage, 2 times. That hits Pyre and it hits Frosta. And the villain turn this card deals the 2 heroes with the most cards in hand, 2 toxic and 1 melee damage. Wow, that is Guys and Dr. Metropolis. Okie dokie. Oh, this should have tapped a card in my hand. We'll play Thermonuclear Core to give out some draw benefit. I'm just going to skip his power. I think we're good on tapping. Yeah. Somebody with no tapped cards in hand may draw a card. We will have Frosta do that because, geez. Alright, Guys the Barbarian is no longer indestructible. I can do that too, and actually, we'll do Dr. Metropolis's power. And then draw 3 cards, discard 3 cards, deal a target 5 melee damage. How about the Bat for another discard, and then destroy Guys the Barbarian and draw a card. Let's play No Way Street. Activate Dr. Metropolis's power, play from Concrete Born. We will select, actually, the No Way Street, and heal Dr. Metropolis for 5, then destroy that. So Dr. Metropolis will hit the Grasping Tentacles, and Guys will hit that as well. Draw a card. Oh yeah, Guys could have played an extra card. Total beefcake. And if turn, the Predatory Intersection will take out the Grasping Tentacles and hit itself for 1. Oh yeah, and I've been forgetting to check the top card of his deck. He hits the Panopticon Streetlights, and he hits himself for 1. Frosta will play a Slick Patch. This is another shard. This card in his play, select up to 3 targets, reduce damage dealt by those targets by 1 until your next turn. We will pick the Bat and Aubrey and the Bishop, because he is actually dealing damage. When this card is destroyed, it first deals up to 3 targets 2 cold damage each. Power, let's make another shard, draw a card. Eldenwood Village plays another Old Forest Road. Each target regains a hit point. And then 1 hero target regains a hit point, that'll be Guys. Compt plays Wolfpack. Everybody take no sonic damage and no melee damage. Or actually, no, they actually do their damage now. Hitting Guys, surprisingly, that gets redirected right back into their faces. Good job, guys. Good job, you guys, and also that guys. The vampires all deal 1 infernal damage to the highest, so Dr. Metropolis twice and Pyre once. Wolfpack deals the X plus 1 melee damage to the hero with the highest HP, where X is the number of environment cards in play. That is 4 going to Dr. Metropolis. Well, no, go to Pyre. Let's play Cherenkov Drive. I'm going to again skip his power, draw a card. Cool. We'll let Frosta draw another card. And then somebody can tap a non-tapped card in their hand, and if it's got a power on it, we can use that power. We'll have Dr. Metropolis tap Man About Town, so he can draw 2 cards. Start turn, Total Beefcake wears away, and Gentrification wears off. Where did I leave that? Yeah, that's okay. I guess I'm gonna skip his power again and draw a card. Let us aggressively recycle. Shuffle a location or environment card into its deck. I did, so he deals up to 3 targets, 3 projectile damage each. The wolves hit Aubrey, and let's see if I can hit the Bat. Yeah, discard a card so I can hit the Bat. We will continue to activate his power. That lets me play a card. How about another Predatory Intersection? I think that should hit itself last round. Draw a card. Predatory Intersection takes out the Bat, so that becomes a Coffin. This card is immune to villain environment damage, also immune to hero damage unless the counter risen is in play. Reduce damage dealt to this card by the number of cards in that hero's trash. Hero would deal damage to this card. They may instead shuffle the top X cards with their trash into their deck, where X is the amount of damage they would have dealt, ignoring the Coffin's damage reduction. Coffin is destroyed, restore all their Coffins in play to 5 HP. And then we flip him, I believe. Alright, so we get another Thrall, first thing. Ralph and Hilda into the villain turn, play top card of the villain deck, don't like them. And we get another Coffin. It is the wolf one, which is unfortunate because we've got a wolf out. So, Lord of the Wild Woods, enable all wolf abilities. Increase damage dealt by villain targets, non-villain targets by 1. I don't like that. And the villain turn, this card deals non-villain target the highest HP, 2 melee damage. Good gravy. That was the Predatory Intersection, so it hits itself for 1. Panopticon Streetlight reveals Tom Barton. I'll put that back on top. That hits itself for 1, and the Predatory Intersection will do 3 damage to the comp because, well, actually, do 3 damage to Ralph and Hilda, and hits itself, and then we reveal the top card of his deck and discard it. Okay. Frosta will play Bridge of Ice. Structure. At the start of your turn, you may play a card. If you do, destroy a shard or this card. And if you turn, you may draw a card. If you do, destroy a shard or this card. You will go ahead and make a shard, draw a card, and at the end of my turn, I will draw a card and destroy the Slick Patch, which deals up to 3 targets, 2 cold damage each. We'll hit Aubrey, take out Ralph and Hilda, and hit the Wolf Pack And that's it. The environment plays Tom Barton. The Recluse. Once per turn, when a werewolf would deal damage, each player may put a card in their hand on the bottom of their deck. If 2 cards are moved this way, prevent that damage, and if the card is reduced to 0 or fewer HP, each player discards a card. But that's okay. Right now, the Farmer heals Pyre. Alright, no start of turn effects. The Count plays Clinging Darkness. Villain targets are immune to environment damage. End of the villain turn, play the top card of the environment deck. Ooh, that's kind of gross. Okay, that's immune to damage. We may as well just ignore that. Each vampire regains 2 HP. I'm forgetting about that. There's just the one. Bishop of Vion does his thing. There are still only 2 vampires out. So they're doing 3 infernal damage, once to Frosta, once to Dr. Metropolis. There are 3 environment cards in place. The wolf pack does 4/5 to the highest, that is guys. And then the wolf does the non-villain target with the highest HP, 3 melee damage. That will be Pyre. And then we play the top card of the environment deck. Sam Richards, Common Afflicted. End of the environment turn, when player discards or plays a card. If a card didn't play this way, this card deals the hero 2 sonic damage. This card is reduced to 0 or fewer HP, destroy a hero equipment card. Okay. Let's do Ion Trace. 2 players may each select a non-tap card in their hand, move a card that shares a keyword with it from their trash to their hand, and tap any cards selected or move this way till they leave their hands. Grab Total Beefcake out of the trash, as well as the Shard Storm. When we tap the ones that were selected or moved that way. Alright, skip his power, it's dumb. Draw a card. Nobody has non-tapped cards in hand. Someone can tap a card and use its power. Yeah, let's tap Melee Augment. Frosta can deal a target 4 melee damage. Drop the Wolf Pack. And then I destroy a shard or that card, I will discard that card. Actually, no. Heck with it, I'll destroy a shard. I got plenty of them. Guys will play Total Beefcake and make it indestructible and draw a card. Play a No Way Street. Keep his power going. Draw a card. The Intersection takes out Aubrey. Opticon Streetlight reveals Eerie Quiet. We don't want that. Discard it. Predatory Intersection hits Bishop of Vion. And No Way Street will hit the Comte because he's actually hitting himself for 1 extra damage. And it hits himself. Frosta will play Shard-formed Augments. Whenever one of your non-shard cards is destroyed, put the bottom 2 cards of your deck into play face down as shard targets with 2 HP. Power is destroy one of your ongoing or equipment cards, draw 2 cards. We're going to go ahead and do that because that frozen cage is still sitting out there doing nothing at all. So that was destroyed. Let's get 2 shards. Draw 3 cards. Oh yeah, my start of my turn I could have played a card. I forgot about that. End of turn I can draw a card. Nah, I'm doing pretty good. Alright, the environment instead plays Sheriff Smithy, Clever Afflicted. The environment card is damaged or destroyed. This card deals a non-environment target with the second highest HP, 2 sonic damage. The card is reduced to 0 or fewer HP, play the top card of the villain deck. So, somebody gets to heal 1, that'll be guys. One player either discards a card or plays a card. If we play a card, we take 2 sonic damage. I'm going to play a card. Frozen Fury. Once card enters play, you may search your deck or trash for a structure card and put it into play. Shuffle your deck. I will grab Permafrost Armor. Whenever Frosta would be dealt damage, you may redirect that damage to a shard. At the end of your turn, you may a structure card to put the bottom 2 cards of your deck into play face down as shard targets with 2 HP. Also, Frozen Fury, whenever one of your shards is destroyed, it deals a target 1 melee damage. Somebody played a card, so Sam Richards deals a hero 2 sonic damage. We'll have him hit Frosta, redirect it to a shard, which will deal the Comte 1 melee damage. And that's it. Do need to get rid of that ongoing card, though. Count plays Screech. Aubrey's gone, thank goodness. Count deals 3 sonic damage, 3 hero targets the most cards in play. Target damage this way, let's put the top card of their deck into the trash. So that's 4, 2, say everybody but Pyre. Redirect that to a shard. Shard hits the Count for 1. Poor Dr. Metropolis just takes it, and Guys redirects it, to Tom Barton. Unfortunately, Dr. Metropolis will hit himself for 2, so we don't have to all discard cards. And Dr. Metropolis and Frosta discard the top card of their deck. Okay, end of turn. They both heal 2. Bishop does his thing. 6 damage to Frosta. Oof. Oh wait, no, it doesn't have to be that. What am I saying? I'll send one of those to a shard. I want to keep 1 shard so I can play an extra card. And then the Comte hits the highest for 3 melee damage. It'll be Pyre. Alright, and the environment card was destroyed, so the Sheriff should have hit Guys for 2. Oh, and then we play the top card of the environment deck. It's a trigger. Shit. There are no afflicted left. In the deck, this flips. So, afflicted targets are werewolves and have no game text. And we just got rid of the Recluse, too. Reduce damage dealt to werewolves by 2. Start the environment turn. If there are no triggers in play, flip this card. Increase damage dealt by werewolves by 1. Start the environment turn, destroy this card. Thankfully, I can get rid of that sooner. Okay, let's play another Cherenkov drive. I've never noticed that that's not limited before. Draw a card. Who's got power cards they could use? Ooh, let's tap a location, location, location. Let's do it again. There we go. Yes. Awesome. Alright, Total Beefcake is no longer indestructible. Guys will... Look what I found. Hit the Bishop for 3, plus 1 to his next damage. Kinda don't want to destroy anything. I could, though. Alright, guys, we'll draw 3 cards, discard 3 cards, deal a target 4 melee damage, taking out the bishop, and destroy Bridge of Ice, because I've got another one that was not a shard, so I get 2 shards off of it. Draw a card. Dr. Metropolis is cooking. Aggressive recycling. I will shuffle the sheriff into the deck. I actually should get rid of him, but I want to use the power. Deals 3 targets 3 projectile damage each. We will just hit the compt. That's fine. Keep his power active. Draw a card. Okay, Predatory Intersection hits the compt and takes itself out, which means he can hit the compt for 2. Now it is time to get somewhere. Panopticon Streetlight. Abandoned Shack. That's okay, we'll leave that out. Predatory Intersection hits the compt for 3. Hits itself for 1. No Way Street hits the compt for 1. He hits himself for 2. The Carrion Crane is dealing 8 melee damage. Takes itself out, which means Dr. Metropolis can hit the compt for 2. The next Predatory Intersection drops the compt. So he flips over. They lose the +1 and the compt flips, which means that he gets 40 HP. So we enable all vampire abilities. When this card is defeated, if there are 1 or more coffins in play, destroy the one with the fewest hit points and restore this card to 16 HP. End of the villain turn, each vampire gains 2 HP. The comp deals 3 infernal damage to the hero target with the second highest HP. And then the next Carrion Crane, we could just try and bust through those coffins by hitting him. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, so this Carrion Crane is dealing 9 damage, hits the compt, takes itself out. Dr. Metropolis hits the compt for 2. That was a good turn. Okay, Frosta will play Bridge of Ice again, and I guess we'll just make another shard. Draw a card. End of turn I will draw another card, destroy that shard. It deals a target 1 melee damage, hit the compt. Okay, now the timing on this, if there are no triggers in play, flip this card, destroy this card. So they just aren't werewolves anymore, I guess. So Abandoned Shack. End of the environment turn, each player may shuffle their hand into their deck and draw 2 cards. I might have Pyre do that. Reduce damage all to heroes that do so by 2 till the start of the next environment turn. So, first of all, somebody heals 1. That will be Dr. Metropolis. I forgot to reveal the top card of his deck. Oh, it's a Carrion Crane. Hell yeah, we'll put that into play. That does 10 damage to the compt. Boom! Hit the compt for 2. Somebody discards a card or plays a card. We will have Pyre discard a card because I'm going to get rid of his hand real quick. And yeah, he can shuffle his hand into his deck and draw 2 cards. Here's hoping they don't suck. They didn't suck. And that's good. Okay, compt, your HP is suddenly less than half. He plays Evangeline, a vampire. All abilities which would move cards from a hero trash to their hand, deck, or play have no effect. Ability does not affect reshuffling the trash from the player's deck is exhausted. End of the villain turn, this card deals a hero with the least cards in their trash 3 infernal damage. Okay. The comp deals 2. He hits Guys for 3. Guys redirects it to, I guess, Sam Richards. Kind of oof. And the villain turn, play top card of the environment deck. Oh, it's the Abandoned Shack again. Don't care. Evangeline is hitting the fewest cards in trash. That is Pyre for 3. Dang. Oh, except he has 2 damage reduction, which I forgot to write down. Neat. Cellular Radiation. Guys can use a power, make Total Beefcake indestructible, draw a card. He deals himself 2 energy damage. That unfortunately does get redirected to Sam Richards, taking him out, but we can ignore his shit by Dr. Metropolis hurting himself. And then he can play a card. Let us retcon Clinging Darkness, because that's kind of a problem. And off of that, I will draw a card. Yay, for once that card was a really good choice. I'm skipping his power, draw a card. He will draw a card and tap it. Nobody has any power cards I want to tap. So, Total Beefcake is no longer indestructible. We are going to play. Let's do I can do that too, and copy Dr. Metropolis' power. Draw 3 cards, discard 3 cards. Deal a target 3 melee damage, let's hit the compt. Actually, no, let's hit Evangeline. Dr. Metropolis has the compt under control. And we will destroy one of the Cherenkov drives just because they're becoming less useful. Draw a card. Oh wait, and he can play a card, right. Don't forget that. Best card ever. Draw 2 cards. Guys, deals a target 2 melee damage. We'll hit Evangeline. He regains a hit point. I will woo, and where did I leave that? Trade those in for another retcon. That was a good turn. Okay, now he's done. Dr. Metropolis will play location, 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 mostly just to get out of his hand. And then we'll activate his power and play The City Speaks. How about the No Way Street? Deals 1 target itself X melee damage, where X that location's current HP. Hit the compt. Destroy that. Hit the comp for 2. Guys hits the comp for 2. Draw a card. Panopticon Streetlight does its thing. It's Old Forest Road. I do want that to go into play. That destroys itself. They both hit the compt for 2. And then the predatory intersections between themselves can take out Evangeline. Cool. Start of turn, let's play a card. Freezing Blizzard. Start of your turn, either put the bottom card of your deck into play face down as a shard target with 2 HP, or Frosta deals a target 1 cold damage. She will hit the count for 1. Because I did that, I have to destroy a shard. It hits the count for 1. Then I will play another Icicle Spearhead. She hits the count for 3. The power is play up to 2 shards. I don't have any. Alright, let's just make another shard with her power. Draw a card. Draw another card. Destroy the Icicle Spearhead. It hits the count for 1. He's got 1 hit point. Let's go ahead and play another Icicle Spearhead off of that. Drop him to 0. We destroy a coffin, removing it from the game, restoring him to 16 HP. Just gotta do that 2 more times and he's dead. Easy peasy. Alright, start of turn that flips and both the abandoned shacks go away. Environment plays, Old Forest Road, everybody heal 1. Pyre is no longer in the shack. Somebody heal 1, Dr. Metropolis. Compt plays Obscuring Mist. This is an escape. After this card enters play the top card of the villain deck. And the villain turn, reveal the top card of the villain deck. If the target put it into play. And Vampire, after this card enters play the top card of the villain deck. Cruel Hunt. Comp deals 3 melee damage to the 2 hero targets with the lowest HP. The comp regains 3 HP. That will be this Predatory Intersection. They both hit the count for 2. And one of the shards, how about the Icicle Spearhead? I'll play Melee Augment off of that. Comp regains 3 HP. Well, it's a good thing I did some damage to him. And if turning, it's the second highest, which is Guys, who beefs it onto the poor farmer again. And then he heals 2, and that's it. Oh, well, and then we reveal the top card of the villain deck. It is a Bat Swarm. It goes into play. And the villain turn, this card deals 2 sonic and 2 melee damage to the hero with the second highest HP. Why is it always the second highest? And it's Guys. Alright. Pyre will play a Fission Regulator. Skip his power. Draw a card. Draw another card. Tap it. Anybody got any powers they want to use? Sure, let's do Home Turf. Reveal the top 3 cards of the environment deck. May discard 1, return the others to the top of the environment deck in any order. This is great, because these cards generally are not worth playing, but getting that power out of turn is not bad. There's a trigger, we'll discard that. These are both not bad. Cool. Alright, start of turn, Total Beefcake finally goes away. Let's play Guys the Barbarian and make that indestructible and draw a card. Dr. Metropolis will play that copy of Home Turf. I know what I just said, but whatever. I'll actually not activate his power. We'll use Man About Town and draw 2 cards. Draw a card. And if turn, Predatory Intersection, it's the Bat Swarm for 3 and itself for 1. And we reveal the top card of his deck. It's Aggressive Recycling. Let's shuffle the farmer into his deck, and he will hit the Compt and the Bat Swarm for 3 each. Alright, start of turn, I can play a card. I will play Supportive Structure. When this card enters play, we destroy an environment card. Let's get rid of Old Forest Road. Power is until your next turn, shards are immune to damage. Put the bottom 2 cards of your deck into play face down as 2 HP shard targets. Destroy this card. And then I can either get a shard or deal a target 1 cold damage. I think I will take out the Bat Swarm with 1 cold damage. And then she will play Rapid Collation. Discard cards on the top of your deck until you discard 3 shards. Put them into your hand. Shuffle your trash into your deck. You may play a structure or shard card. There are no shards in my deck. Well, I've got another Supportive Structure, but there's no other environment cards I want to play. I'm going to put it out anyways, because I'm going to use it. Power. Melee Augment. I can hit this coffin for 3 melee damage, because she's only got 1 card in her trash right now. I will destroy that card, which means put the bottom 2 cards of my deck into play face down as shard targets with 2 HP. I think I need to start stacking these on top of each other. I'm running out of room. So 1 more shard, draw a card. I can destroy a structure to put the bottom 2 cards of my deck into play face down as shard targets with 2 HP. I like this idea. I got 2 supportive structures. Let us destroy one of them, which means I get 2 shards, and then I get 2 shards because I destroyed it. And then I can draw a card, so I'll destroy a shard. It hits the count for 1. That's it. She's so awesome. Hey, the farmer came back. Dr. Metropolis was like, go away. And he was like, okay. And then he's like, okay, I'm done. We will heal Guys for 1. We do need an ongoing destruction. Compt plays Power Through. Increase damage dealt by vampires by 1. After this card is play top card of the villain deck. Another Cruel Hunt. So 4 melee damage to the 2 hero targets with the lowest HP. Guess what? That's 2 shards. They each deal a damage to the Compt. He regains 3 HP. End of turn, he hits the second highest, which is anybody but Frosta. We'll let Pyre take that for 4. Oh, and he also heals 2. Don't forget that. And reveal the top card of the villain deck. It is not a target, so we discard it, even though it doesn't say anything. And that's it. Chromodynamics time. I'm going to go ahead and use that. He will deal 2 targets 2 lightning damage each. Hit the count for 2. Hit the coffin. I'm going to select 2 cards in his trash and shuffle them into his deck, because that means it's less likely for me to draw a Rogue Fission Cascade. Speaking of which, draw a card, and then he can draw another card. Cool. Guys, the Barbarian is no longer indestructible. We will play Blatant Reference. Draw 3 cards, discard 3 cards. Guys deals a target 5 melee damage, hit the Compt, and then we destroy Home Turf. Draw a card, End of turn. Discard a card and hit the count for 3. Dr. Metropolis will play a Panopticon Streetlight. Let's go ahead and do location, location, location. I've only got 1 card left. We'll activate his main power and play another Panopticon Streetlight. Why not? Draw his last card. Okay, no more Carrying Cranes, so we can reshuffle whenever we want. Man About Town does nothing. Predatory Intersection hits the count for 3. Let's take some looks at the... Yeah, Sheriff can go. Old Peg Simmons can stay right there. Cool. Start of turn. I can play a card. I don't think I want to. Although I could play another Bridge of Ice. I'm going to play another Bridge of Ice, destroying a shard, hitting the count for 1. Then I can play a card. Rapid Collation. Icicle Spear, Ice Ridge, Icicle Spear. Shuffle trash into deck. I can play a structure or shard card. I will play an Icicle Spear. She will actually take out that coffin because she has no cards in her trash. Oh, look at that. Punching through the villain's defenses. It's beautiful. I destroy a shard. How about the Icicle Spearhead? Why not? It hits the count for 1. I can play a card. How about an Icicle Spearhead? And we win. Man, oh man, that was so neat. I'm trying very hard not to say that it was so cool. Also, I forgot to have guys shoot the comp, so he should have died earlier, but whatever. I find it hard to believe that we did not see her entire deck, but let's just check and make sure. Well, we didn't see Ice Ridge. Shard. When this card enters play, you may destroy an ongoing card. If a hero card was destroyed this way, Frosta deals up to 3 targets 2 cold damage each. When this card is destroyed, you may use a power. Actualize. Put the top 2 cards of any hero deck into play face down as shard targets with 2 HP each. You may flip one of your face down shards face up and play it. Love that. Well, and that's it. We saw all but 2 cards. So yeah, Frosta, very cool, very good damage dealer, very interesting damage dealer. Her flow of play is honestly fantastic. Really enjoyed that game. You can find her on Sentinels of Etheria. You can find the Comte de Saint-Jean on Sentinels Community Customs Classics. You can find Armored Guys on Adelphaphage's Archives, if I'm not mistaken. You can find Dr. Metropolis Urban Blight on Walker's Workbench. And you can find Eldenwood Village on Vain Facade. As always, thank you for watching. Thanks everybody who came to chat. If you would like to come watch one of these videos live, please follow me on Twitch. Normally this is where I would say if you want to see one of your decks in one of these videos, go visit one of my proofreading threads, but those are on hold through the end of the year at my discretion because I am planning on moving in December and I'm just don't have the time to devote to it. But as always, Tabletop Simulator, the Resistance Colony DLC, Sentinels of Etheria, Sentinels Community Customs Classics, Adelphaphage's Archives, Walker's Workbench, and Vain Facade and Outlets Great Games products. Please support the official release and flip.